Contentful is, its features and benefits, and how it integrates with SAP Commerce Cloud. Then I'll walk you through Contentful web app and show you how to create, update, and manage content easily. All right, so let's start with a quick intro to Contentful. So simply put, it's the Headless CMS, which means it lets you create and manage content without being tied to a specific front end, whether that's a website, mobile app, or even a smartwatch. It gives you a flexibility to structure the content however you need and deliver it everywhere. Now let's talk about what makes Contentful really useful. Firstly, any non-technical user, like a marketer or a content creator, can easily add and update the content without needing any developers. So this means fresher content and faster updates. Next, it ensures consistency across different channels. So whether your users see your content on a website or an app or even a digital display, the experience stays seamless. Another big advantage is its personalization. So Contentful helps you deliver tailored experiences to your users based on their profiles or behaviors, which makes the engagement more relevant. And finally, it's built to scale. Whether your business is growing or shifting directions, Contentful's flexible architecture ensures that you are ready for whatever comes next. So that's the high level overview. Now let's look at how Contentful is structured. As developers, we will be using the web app to define the content models, and the clients or marketing teams add content into these models with the same platform. And all of this data is fed into Content Management API. So Contentful app offers both GraphQL and REST APIs to fetch the content. We have Content Delivery API, which delivers our published content. And then we have Preview API, which delivers our drafts or the content that we preview. And we have Images API, which provides optimized images dynamically. Contentful has developed SDKs and libraries, which allows developers to integrate Contentful into their applications and fetch the content dynamically using the APIs. And Contentful also supports CDN-backed caching for faster responses, so we can cache the frequently used content. So that's the architecture of Contentful. So when we think about creating and managing content, it's not just about writing texts or adding images. It's about making sure that everything comes together smoothly. So that's where Contentful really shines. The goal here is to bring everything together and drive more value, which means better efficiency, consistency, and personalization. So to break it down, Contentful offers team autonomy. So different teams like marketing and development can work independently without stepping on each other's toes. And it supports workflows and operations. So we can use workflow processes to define what should happen once we make the changes. Like we can create review or approval processes, and we can enforce who is allowed to publish the content with the help of predefined rules and permissions. And Contentful is designed to integrate with other solutions. So they have many out of the box integrations with leading commerce solutions. And we can also integrate with personalization tools, optimization, and translation tools. And uh, it offers cross-channel delivery. So any one piece of content can be published across the websites, mobile apps, and even the digital displays in stores, all from a single source. And you can tailor the content based on the user behavior and also translate the content to fit different markets. And most of the components in Contentful are reusable without the need to duplicate or recreate the components. And altogether, this approach makes content management more efficient, and also flexible. So why should we integrate Contentful with SAP Commerce Cloud? So what makes the user experience great is the ability to tell the brand's story and deliver it in a compelling way, and also provide personalized content that resonates with the users. So as we all know, commerce systems are great at transactional things, but are often lacking when it comes to content. But the modern customers want more than just products, they want engaging content. So Contentful helps create richer experiences alongside the product catalog. So unlike the traditional CMS solutions that are tightly coupled with the front end, so Contentful is headless. That means SAP Commerce Cloud can focus on what it does best, handling transactions and business logic, while Contentful takes care of the content management side of things. So this gives us more flexibility and less backend dependency. So SAP also has a built-in CMS that is smart at it, and we know it can be a little clunky. So it is also directly tied to SAP Commerce Cloud, meaning you have limited flexibility in how and where the content is used. And personalization capabilities are also somewhat rigid. But with Contentful, you get a truly headless and API first approach. So content can be used across multiple channels, not just SAP Commerce storefronts, and it offers better performance and more intuitive content management. The UI of Contentful is more modern, clean, and easier for any non-technical user to work with. So in short, Contentful brings more flexibility, speed, and also scalability, which allows the businesses to create better experiences for the users and with very less effort. Let's look at some of the key features. I'll get into this more when I start the demo. So firstly, Contentful provides a live preview feature, which allows the content editors to see changes in real time. So editors can update the text, images, and other content directly within the preview. And the system also allows immediate visualization of these edits without publishing. So you can see how the content looks. And then we have preview-based publishing. So Contentful lets users publish a page along with all the related content references. So one content model can have other content models inside it. So instead of publishing each content piece separately, you can publish all the linked content together. And this publishing confirmation screen helps editors track what has been changed and who has made the changes. So this ensures that all the dependencies are published correctly and there are no inconsistencies. And then Contentful uses AI to help with translation and content rewriting. So the AI tool can rewrite the text that you provide to improve the clarity and tone. You can even choose the tone of speech, and it can also translate content into multiple languages, which ensures consistency across all the regions. This is especially useful for global brands that need localized content quickly. Now let's move on to the Contentful web app. So I'll start by showing how we define a content model in Contentful and then demonstrate how to add, update, and publish the content. So this is the landing page that we have created using Contentful. We have a hero banner, we have a few components here, and then we have a testimony. So firstly, we need a structured way to store and retrieve the content. In Contentful, this is done by defining a content model. So in the content model tab, I'm going to create a content type. So I'm going to just create one called homepage banner. Then click on create. And here I can add fields. So I'm going to add one text field for title. Click on add and configure. You can choose to localize this field, and there are also several validations which you can add. You can make a field as a required field, unique field, and for any URLs or emails, you can add the patterns. Click on confirm. So I've added one field. I'm going to add one more field for image. I'm going to use the media type. You can choose if you want to add one file or many files here. I'm going to go with one. And in validations, I'm going to select only image, file type, then click on confirm. Then you can add one more. You can add for CTA links, the target URL for the user action. You can add that. And click on confirm. Then you can save it. So once the model is ready, we can start adding the content to it. So we navigate to the content tab and create a new entry here, and we can choose the content type here. And to choose the homepage banner. And here you can fill all the fields. You can add a title, image, CTA link, and then click on publish. So once the content entry is created and published, it becomes available via the Contentful's delivery API in JSON format. So in our Spartacus frontend, we use an API to fetch this content and display it dynamically. So since once a new content model is created, we need to bind it in the front end. So I'm going to use the page that I've already created for the demonstration today. Before we get into that, so to allow the content editors to see changes before publishing, we set up something called Content Preview Platform. And for that, you can go to settings here and you have something called Content Preview. You click on this. And here you can create a new preview platform. So this landing page preview is something that I've created for my landing page. So it's very simple. You just need to add a name and then select the content type here. And then this is the preview URL. If you look at the preview URL, we mainly have three params. One is the space ID, the preview token, and then the entry ID. So for entry ID, so this is the landing page content model. And you can find the entry ID here in the info tab. So this is the entry ID, and then we need the space ID and preview token. And for that, in settings, you go to something called API keys. So this is the API key that we are using. So here we can find the space ID and also the preview token. We can also create new API keys for different environments. and use it. So that's about the preview platform. So live preview is a very cool feature of Contentful. So instead of guessing how your content will look, Contentful lets you see in real time as you edit. So once you click on Open Live Preview, on the right-hand side of the page, you can preview your landing page. So I'm going to open this component now. This is a duplex component. And I'm going to edit this text field. I'm going to add demo here. And if you look at this, see, you can see demo here. And I'm going to remove it. And it is removed. So once you enable the preview mode, you can check the content as and when you edit it, and you can preview it before publishing. So you can make any edits here, and you can also schedule your publish time. So you go to set schedule, and here you can enter your date and time and set a schedule to publish your changes. So this is very helpful for campaigns and also promotions. So Contentful is not just about static constant. You can make it very dynamic. So instead of locking the content into a fixed template, we can add extra fields to control how things are displayed. For example, here in the duplex component, I've used a Boolean field for image position. So image on left and image on right. So right now the image is on the left and we have the text on the right. And I can switch the positions using this field. I'm gonna select the image on right. And as you can see, the image and text is switched. I'm gonna switch it back. So this way you can add as many fields as you want and you can make it as customizable as possible. And Contentful also lets you drag and drop the components. And also I'm gonna swap these two components now. These two components are swapped. So this is great for pages where the order of content matters. So instead of editing the code, users can just move the blocks around and update the layout. And then we have publish with references. So once you click on this, it lets you see which components are edited. So you can choose to select those components and then publish it. And the changes would be reflected on your front end. So as you can see with Contentful's flexible content models, real-time preview, and seamless publishing, we can create, update, and manage content efficiently without relying on developers for every change. So that's about it. And please reach out to us if you have any queries, and we'd be happy to help. Thank you.